Foreign rubbish has been the trend of the world for decades. However, when China decided not to import this foreign rubbish, it has set off a chain reaction, impacting many mid to low income countries. Follow a report as we learn more about foreign rubbish. One little truck carrying the waste cartons in Chinatown. This is the lady's only equipment in feeding her family.
After buying this truck, I realized that collecting these cartons do not earn much. If I do not collect, then the vehicle is wasted. They are not worth that much anymore. All the small recycling companies do not buy them now. Only one waste yard is buying them.
In San Francisco, this couple collects recyclables in every street and alley, and then selling them to the recycling station. In 2018, everything changed. In China, the government banned the import on 24 types of waste materials, and the reason for the ban is that these rubbish are not clean.
For example, I wish to import waste paper. After importing the waste paper that I bought, I noticed that there are plastics, hemp rope, bricks, or stones mixed inside. These items are not what I paid for.
To be clean at the source, why do all these resources turn into rubbish eventually? You can see that this carton is soaked and this PET bottle still has salad oil in it. Can they be reused?
The problem lies here. Advanced countries do not practice sorting rubbish, and when China refused to import these unsorted rubbishes, the butterfly effect occurs, causing the degradation of the recycling industry chain. When the US market was at its highest, 1 ton of waste paper is valued around 2,700 NT, and in 2018, they become almost worthless. Although the price now has increased, but it will never be as high as before.
Municipalities today are, in most cases, paying us a fee to perform the recycling service for them because the value of the material isn't the same as it was 2 years ago.
For the past few decades, China has been importing half of the global trash. Since 1992, they have already imported 106 million tons of plastic waste, which accounts for 45.1% of the total import. Since China shut its doors, piles of rubbish have already accumulated in the US.
We have a lot of surplus that's building up in our warehouses, at waste handling facilities, and we're, frantically trying to find new markets to handle these materials.
This enormous industrial chain has been working for years. The cost to process trash in advanced countries is around 30,000 NT. However, in the past, the shipment fee to China is just 1,200 NT. After importing with such low cost, these traders will then resell it to other stages, earning profit in every stage.
These required materials will end up where the recycle waste company profits the most, or where they can save the most cost. The benefit might be the most profit or the most cost saved. At the same time, coincidentally, there's another country that needs these required materials. An industrial chain is then born.
Just imagine that the world is an enormous waste treatment system. When the trash in the system is stuck and cannot be processed, they'll eventually end up in the mid to low income countries, and Malaysia is one of them.
I think that sometimes it's all about experience. The original law did not expect the situation to be this complicated, so they did not set laws on how to process or ways to handle the situation. Therefore, laws need to be amended, or the structural process must make adjustments.
If a country increases the inspection standards of waste products, making multiple and thorough inspections before and after shipping them, only then can we stop this foreign rubbish. It all depends on the will of the importing country to carry out these actions.
To process this waste overseas or to process it natively, which will reduce more carbon footprint. Experts say that it depends on local conditions.
And so certain countries have, perform or have skills and equipment in certain areas of the economy. I think it just depends on the context. There isn't a simple answer to that. Of course, what we say with the new plastics economy is that design is very important.
Taiwan has also benefited from the shifts of the plates in the waste industrial chain.
For the past 20 to 30 years, Taiwan is considered one of the best when it comes to recycling. Most citizens are very used to recycling or reusing waste products. To sum it up, Taiwanese are already very used to practicing recycling.
Many countries are still not capable of processing overseas rubbish, not to mention recycling. The Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam have all banned importing rubbish from other countries. In the post-pandemic era, more variables have appeared, such as the shutdown of the shipping industry and the low level of international trades. The waste process industrial chain, which has been operating for the past few decades, is also facing a reshuffle. In the end, it all depends on us. How do we reduce our daily rubbish output? This might be the most efficient answer to this problem.